We're live with the wrong stream title. Excellent. And I'm on the wrong account. Right, let's sort this out. Yeah. I don't know why it signed me out, but yeah, thanks for that. What's it called? YouTube. That's the one. I know the site I'm using. Why is it taken away it signed me in on the wrong account? That's why. Also, sorry if there's anyone in chat who is confused about what's going on, because I'm just talking to myself at a weird angle. And while I'm at it, I might as well just change the... There we go, much better. And I'll load up the stream now so I can see the chat. Coolio! Hello Ludo, welcome, yes, Underground. Part 7 of this, I guess, if you're keeping track. And, oh no, I've changed my RGBs already. Go back to red. I don't know why I don't just turn them off. That's like, there we go, back to red. I really need to tape that down properly. It's okay, right, yeah. I don't know, we'll do this. Hopefully we finish the game today. That's the plan at least. Oh god, yeah, we were up here. Also, yeah, I'm feeling slightly sick, so sorry if well, I say slightly sick, I don't know. I ate quickly. We had a nice stir fry. A really nice one, to be honest. But, yeah. Gonna entertain you while you die on Assetto Corsa. Nice. Pro tip, don't... If you're about to crash, just don't. And I find that usually keeps you from crashing. Little hot tip right there. Like there, I was about to crash, but I chose to. Crashing's a choice. Not... I don't know. Already, it's going wonderfully. I don't know. We're in Jackson Heights, it's a terrible driving road, and I don't know. Already I've lost my groove. Probably. I don't know. Do I have a groove? I just sort of say random stuff and complain about the rear wings in this game. To be fair, weirdly this is one of the better ones. I just wish it had center end plates or something like that. But yeah. No, 2018 NASCAR on a track. Oops. That well, I don't know. They do road courses, don't they, in NASCAR? So I mean, it's not impossible to get them around. I'd actually be curious, is there any good comparisons between NASCARs and IndyCars and stuff? Because then by using IndyCars you can compare around Road America. Actually, does NASCAR go to Road America? They might do. Road America? I meant Circuit of the Americas. Oh, hang on. And never mind. Cool. Anyway, yeah, hopefully we can get this over with fairly quickly. I don't know, I'm going to try and get most of the URLs out of the way. I'm literally, I don't want to say speedrunning, but I am just going to kind of rush through this final bit because I just want to unlock all the parts. And we've got wide bodies and stuff. I'm pretty sure the only thing we don't have is carbon fibre wide bodies. So get that, and then we'll be gold. Well, pink. Bright pink. Well, no, actually with carbon fibre will just be like sort of grey and potentially glossy. I can't remember if it's like a gloss finish or a carbon, or like a matte finish. But, yeah, whatever. Ooh, full tank of nitrous. I love the amount of grip this has in, like, small direction changes. It's really good. Full carbon fibre wide body. Well, that's it. I kind of want to go for that, but at the same time I don't want to get rid of the, pink. I mean, like, the roof will still be pink and whatever, but I kind of like the idea of like the entire thing being bright pink, and we're 10 stars anyway, so it's not like we're desperate for the star rating. But there we go. Also, NASCAR also have long gears. Yeah, it's almost like they've got 4 speeds and have to do 200 miles an hour, 210 or whatever they're geared for. Don't actually know how quick modern NASCARs are. Like, I'm pretty sure the quickest ones were doing like 212 or something. I assume with like restrictor plates and other regulations to slow the cars down, it's a bit lower than that. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised actually at how much NASCAR we've talked about on these streams, because nothing here. Then also. Like, we were having some good discussions. Although actually we started talking about Talladega Nights, because that's an incredible movie. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'd say NASCAR is like one I say I really want to get into NASCAR. I'm not sure it's just because so far I've only watched older races, which I don't really care for anyway. Because like if you're watching an older race, it means nothing to you. Like at most there's some interesting action, but there's no sort of drama going on. That's the thing. No, there could be drama going on, but it's not like sort of in the now. You know what's going to happen. Even if you go into it blind, it's like so long ago. At least for me, it doesn't really have the same effect as something current. That's the thing. I would have gone insane if I was watching Formula 1 in 2008. Like the final race of the season between Massa and Lewis. There we go. Well, that sort of stuff is what I like. Just the drama and everything, even off the track. Dr. Pepper, good. Should try and contact Dr. Pepper for a sponsorship. See if they want my sub 500 sub 500 sub. I got confused because it's double sub below 500 subscriber channel. That would have been a better thing to say. Yeah. I don't know. See if they want to sponsor me. Oh. Carbon kit, is that the final part? Have we got 100%? Yep, we've unlocked all the parts. Excellent. So now it's just a case of trying to beat the game as quickly as possible. So, what have we actually got to do? Because we've done... I've got to do 2 magazine covers. And does it say what your sponsor goals are? Sponsor event. I need to do 35 events, and then okay, and I'll complete it. A lot of URLs though. I'm just gonna get the URLs out of the way. Is that the only sponsor event as well? Yeah, just that circuit down there. Jump. Right, is it going to take me through the city? No, it's not. Oh, was this the right? Yeah. Bayview just has such a confusing city network. It's incredible, but just like impossible to tell on the map. It would be nice if they gave like the highway roads a bit of an outline. Doesn't help they're quite low resolution, but yeah. Oh, that was the airport. Yeah, I like the sat nav. Tells you to get the wrong way down a slip road. Great. Right. Anyway. Turn. That's down here, isn't it? Yeah. URL, drag. And circuit. Right. I don't know why I take the drinks during the loading screens. That's like the worst time to take a drink. There's nothing going on screen. Although I can't exactly take sips during races. I don't know, actually, that sounds like a challenge. I was about to say I'll try and finish this drink during the race, but actually that sounds like a good way to make myself sick. So, let's not. Oh, we can go this way. It's just not marked on the map. Cool. And take a left further up. Go. Through the roundabout. That wasn't too bad. And then onto the highway. Yeah, I find these city tracks just a lot more interesting than the URL ones. I don't know, it's weird that, like, you know, that they can actually make a dedicated circuit rather than just trying to make a city that's fun to drive through. But they managed to mess up the dedicated circuit. So, that's fun. Oh, I need to come off the highway. And down here, and okay, past the airport. That's quite a long lap. Yeah, 3 laps of this. This is going to be like a 2 minute 10 lap or something. Yeah, looks like it. Well, about a 2 minute lap. Yeah, I'll probably average about that. Great. This is the first turning again. And wasted far too much nitrous there. Should have saved, well, just a bit more. I don't know, it doesn't really make a difference. This game's got catch up, it's hardly like make or break using nitrous anywhere than like the final stretch. Four people watching, cool. It's kind of nice that as this has gone on, the like viewer count has started rising a bit quicker. Speaking of rising quickly, there goes my car over a minivan. Right, so I'm going slowly, I might be able to make it straight through the roundabout. Nope. Could have done, but I went too far left. And again, it's okay, because I'll catch him. Or her. Greg. Him. Oh. He dead. Right, can I swap sides after this? Yeah, if we go into the oncoming lane, then it'll be a bit quicker coming out the airport. I guess it'd be slightly quicker. I don't know, it depends how many left and right turns there are. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, after I was saying we got 4 viewers, we go down to 2. Nice. I think one of them counts as myself, so not fantastic, but oh well. It's fine. People are very tired of me. Slightly tiredly talking to myself. Oh, why is this lap so much slower than the last one? Well, probably catch up. Or me being slowed down or whatever. But, might as well use a bit of nitrous on the straight. Oh yeah, to be fair, I did have that big accident, which would have slowed me down. I wonder if when it goes slow-mo for the crashes or whatever, it actually continues the timer in real time. Or something. You ain't tired of me? Well, yeah. Well, you're the one still in here. Which is neat. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Oh. Nice. I've been told not to use the brake. So I shouldn't. I might, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be... I might still stream something tomorrow. I'm not totally sure what. Well, I have an idea. So, we'll see. But, yeah. Oops. And then we swap into the oncoming. Oops. Again? No, that's fine. Use a bit of nitrous. That was kind of a dumb place to use it. But it's fine. Yeah, sure, I'll use the straight by the terminal to have a drink. Try drinking straight lines now. Or just while racing. I spilt a bit and I still didn't get my hand to the controller on time. Well done, me. Yeah, again, this lap was a bit slower than my first one. I guess because I crashed again. But yeah, I would have thought, like, you know, I would have sped up a bit. Oh no, my third lap was just a bit quicker. But yeah, I get the feeling that crashing, like, well, yeah, obviously crashing slows you down a lot, but yeah, that combined would catch up maybe. Let me just wipe stuff up. Hello, Genesis. Meow, meow. Okay. That's an introduction. But yeah, welcome. Welcome to the final evolution of the Pink Show. I'm kind of powering through this. I've unlocked all the parts now, so I'm thinking as we try and get through this as quickly as possible, and we just mess around in the car customization thing. Because I don't want to beat the game again, but at the same time, I think it'd be kind of funny to just, don't know, make stupid cars. Yeah, I fancy doing a drag event. Just raise my self-esteem a bit more. Hopes, I guess, because drag events are fun and somewhat close. I mean, they're not anymore because the Pink Show is impossible to beat. But, you know, ooh, it's pink. I mean, we can make it carbon fibre. Because I have unlocked carbon fibre body kits now. I see a white body 106 and now I feel much better. Big PP. Okay. Oh. I got a head start and then like changed gear way too early. No, I'm just giving them a chance. Oh, it's fine. This thing's quick enough to do a full engine rebuild and still catch them. And again, changed gear too early. That was impressive of me. Go. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Pink is my favourite colour, actually. Oh, cool. I don't know. Yellow's my favourite colour. But actually, I'm starting to question if it's actually red that's my favourite colour. I don't know. I think it depends. I think in isolation, like, yellow's better. But, like, red is sort of a lot better to use with other things. But I think it also depends on, like, how harsh of a red it is, because, like, you can I quite like a very brutal red, like, you know, hexadecimal FF 4 zeros or whatever, like just, you know, pure red, but that sort of doesn't work in all cases. That's the red I use in my logo, but it's a bit sort of harsh, I think, a lot of the time, so I am kind of thinking of muting it a bit, maybe going for a slightly less bright shade, but yeah. Red matches pretty much every colour. Yeah, well, it sort of works well with purples and blues and things like that, and it goes well with oranges, yellows, that sort of things. I guess green, because they're contrasting colours, it's not great. But even then, I think you can make it work with, like, the right shade. But, yeah. I don't know, I just like an accenting colour, because it's kind of aggressive looking and whatever. Hello? Huh. That was so weird, it's just, like, killed itself. I don't know why it did that. But yeah, no, it just sort of stopped registering on the Elgato. It was, like, plugged in and saying that it was working. But it just sort of, yeah, odd. Don't know why it did that. Yeah, no, I just had to unplug it and plug it back in, but that was just weird that it did that. Wall tap, it's fine. Front end wall tap. Now I feel like I have to make that joke in every stream now. It was probably funny the first time, but now I'm just saying it out of habit. I find I do that a lot, like something's funny to me, and then like I sort of say it so many times it's not even funny to myself. But it's just a habit for me to say it now. And I just sort of constantly repeat it, so... Oh well. Bounce off that wall, lead lap times 2. Oh goodness, only 3 laps. Cool, nitrous down there. Hit 200 miles an hour in a Peugeot. I'll get near enough. And then the official joke of the series, yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, all the standard stuff. Sunoco race fuel, Goodyear tyres and wall tap jokes. And this final lap is sponsored by Credit One Bank. Whatever. Or maybe like Carl Larson saying stuff. No, actually no. I don't know where I was going with that joke. But no, let's not. Although it is great actually, Carl Larson, who would have thought that a NASCAR driver would have been suspended due to a race at Monza? Get a bit of a spray show thing. Oh, I even got a bit of a burnout bonus. Oh, Mustang is being annoying, but it's okay. Gain 4th. Go. Right, come on, draft. Oh, is this that really short track that like doesn't have a nice long straight to nitrous on? It is. Which is good because it's a short track, but at the same time I kind of like just having a long straight I can just dump all the nitrous on. No, let's not talk about him, yeah. Reasonable. That, yeah. No, you're right, yeah, let's just leave it at that. He's a terrible person and... yeah. The racing airport left. Right, this track is what Silverstone wishes it could be. And go. Cool. Alright, full tank of nitrous, 35-second lap. Funny all URL events with this short and quick. That was the quickest way around there, totally. Yeah, under 2 minutes to do an entire race, that's nice. Oh, there's one more. This loading screen brought to you by Dr. Pepper. And get destroyed off the line. No, I beat the Mustang that time. Oh, no. That was some false hope. Oh, the 106 has gone round again. Oh. The frame rate just died, but it's okay. 190 mile per hour 106, lovely. Yes, indeed. Truly the most wonderful thing. And going... turning left. Right. Oh, hey, the Mustang is, like, actually... oh, that's... I think she's actually, like, a plot-relevant character. And now she's backwards. Yeah, I think Nikki's actually part of the plot. But, from, like, my vague memory of this, she's, like, in the Caleb's crew or whatever the final boss is. I don't know. This game has a plot and literally no one cares about it. There we go, it's fine. Turn. Bounce. And go. And cool. 45-second lap basically. That's decent. And again, quite short. I'm alright with this if they're all just going to be like 3 laps long. That's the thing, I prefer the shorter URL events, but there's more of them to the really long ones, because even though they technically work out to be quicker, because like less loading screens and whatever, it's more entertaining to sort of have to fight through the pack and then the race just sort of ends a couple laps later. Rather than the ones where you just sort of drive off into the distance and nothing really happens. Cool, 2 minutes 17. Has anyone actually finished second in a URL event? Like, has that point system ever actually mattered? Hello, lowercase. Welcome to the stream and the almighty Pink Show. Pray that it has mercy on your soul. Oh, plot. Cool. That's what I think of the plot. And I'm going to go and close my blinds. Hang on. And it's still loading. Oh, good. Perfect timing. New inventory in the car lot. I wonder if that was the GTL. It's late enough in the game for it to be. 7 more to do. 7 more to do. Yeah, raise your hand if you care about the plot in this game. Because, like, what is it exactly? It's just, you're driving around, your car gets destroyed because you're a bad driver who can't drive against headlights or something. And then, I don't know, you get given a car again. And you race people and eventually, like, beat a gang or something? I genuinely have no idea. Cool, I'm in the lead. I'm now going to win this race. Because that's how this game works. Oh, this isn't quite the shortest track, but it is still thankfully quick, so that's good. And yeah, cool. Far in the lead. Yeah, it's a quick lap. I feel like that just says enough about the URL events where I'm just checking lap times to hope that it's over quicker. Use a bit of nitrous coming out of there. Because I'll get a refill. Right. Yeah, it won't quite fill the bar up. I think I'll get to like where the N is in the N2O. Unless I get like a bit of a power slide going on or something. Nope. Didn't hold the handbrake for long enough. I kind of want a good run coming out of here. Oh, it did fill it up. I'm surprised about that. Magically appearing Hummer with supernova lights. Exactly. And like, who really cares about that? The SUVs are the worst part of this game. Well, okay, except for customizing the Escalade, that's incredible, but like... Oops. Yeah, that nitrous really paid off. Almost going to lose this event now because I like lost control. Yeah, but it's fine. Oh no, points. Each of them going to be a free race championship. Because this is genuinely getting annoying now. I mean, what, I've got to do 35 races, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that, and like these only count as one event. which is what really annoys me. It's like, well, I mean, it does specifically say event and not just like, I don't know, I guess rounds or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, it's just annoying that you've got to do a lot more than it actually says. Garfield doesn't love you, what? I mean, how do you know that Garfield doesn't love me? Can you prove it? Oh, 59. Oh. So it's a minute lap. Oh. And now I've got to fight past everyone again. Well, I say fight. What actually happens is just like out-handle everyone, then out-accelerate everyone. And it's kind of a wonder they can even stay this close when it's an absolute joke to overtake people. But, yeah, well. Thanks, Supra, for just randomly veering to the right as I was trying to overtake you. Like a really lazy and delayed block. But yeah, I'm going to have an... Oh. I was expecting the MX-5 to just T-bone me. You can't wait to recreate the US F1 in F1 2020. Incredible. You can see through time and space. Ah. What do you see? What is beyond the plane of comprehension for us mere mortals? Also, yeah, recreating US F1. That'll be good. What was their deal then? Wasn't it just like a team that was just full of promises but was actually like miles away from ever having hope of racing? Because I heard they like sent equipment and stuff to like the test, but I don't ever remember seeing anything about them having a car even. So... Nice. You're going to bring back HRT. Excellent. Please be over. Oh no, we've got another round of this. Please be a short track. No. Oh well, at least it's only 3 laps. And I got to kill a Mazda immediately. So, I don't know, that was worth it, kind of. You can bring back dead memes. Oh, cool. Be a great superpower to have. Like, you know, because there were some really good ones, like the "Is this a pigeon" meme was great because everyone was using it. Like, genuinely, I just like memes that have widespread adoption. Because, yeah. Also, first Codemaster game to have a Benetton. That is true. Is that super, like, swerving to block me, or just, like, driving drunk? Oops. Double oops. I'm trying to think what F1 game could possibly have a Benetton in that made by Codemasters, considering they started in like 2000 was it 2009, but they only made a Wii version or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. Alright, finished my Dr. Pepper, so that's good. Well, no, not good, because now I've finished it and it's no more. But like, it was nice. Turn. Oops. back this way and that way. 2013 they had classic cars, but I don't remember which they had. Wouldn't surprise me if they only had like sort of a generic, like sort of the standard classic cars, none of the interesting ones particularly. Like I don't know, they'd have like a 2000s Ferrari or like a, I don't know, maybe a Lotus from the 70s. That's usually par for the course. I don't know, maybe like the McLaren MP4, MP44 even. I don't know, it's usually like one of those ones. Codemasters made a NASCAR game. It'd be so good. Everyone's career mode combined with the grids damage model and team building. Maybe? With proper AI and good driving model. If you say so. I'm not sure if I'd ever associate Codemasters with good driving model. I'm trying to think of a time I've actually enjoyed driving in a Codemasters game, and I think the only time the driving's been decent is like, I don't know, Dirt 4 on tarmac's alright, but other than that, I don't know, maybe, actually the F1 game, F1 2018 is quite fun, and 2019, I mean, drives near identical, but don't tell me I'm actually going to lose this now. Incredible. Actually, I'm pretty sure we're still only like halfway through the final lap. I can't actually remember. Hey, at least it's getting challenging. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to win this. Turn. Oops. Cool. You wouldn't want a simulation either. Arcade Simcade would do just fine. I don't know. You ever tried like Gran Turismo's NASCAR stuff? I don't know, I quite like Gran Turismo's handling in general. But I mean, I don't know, I grew up on the game, so I suppose I would. To be honest, when it comes to an individual sort of driving model, I've probably got more hours on the Gran Turismo driving system than any other game. Coffee's alright today. I poured like a bunch of milk into it just to make sure it wasn't too bitter. So it's like quite high to the edge, but it's alright. DRAG. I mean, like, to be honest, I'm surprised that it's, like, I doubt it'd be too difficult to make a good NASCAR game, especially in comparison to something like Formula 1. Well, I guess in Formula 1's case, Codemaster don't really try with the amount of exploits as I've heard about. I don't know, I've heard that apparently at one point in one of the games it was possible to do a 103 around Monaco. So, yeah. Let me steer. Thank you very much, game. I think I'm going to lose this. Yeah. Cool. Let's try this again. Gran Turismo's handling would do alright, but NASCAR's AI would... You'd win by 20 seconds on the Motegi Oval in 5 laps. Oh yeah, no, Gran Turismo has always had terrible AI, which is a shame to be honest, because like the actual driving in it's fun, but it's like when you've got to give yourself such a big handicap that you can't have any proper battles. Because the way that it works is that you just give yourself a car with no power, so that you're like, and like sort of similar sort of grip, whatever. Oh, I don't know, that's how I do it, because at the moment I'm in like sort of a similar powered car. Yeah, you just sort of bypass them on corner exits, or at least by like trying to downgrade yourself or something. Oh, I was hoping you could jump someone. Go, out the way, let me turn. Oh, I hate the way it like locks your steering. In F1 2012, in the Young Drivers test, it featured future FE drivers in it. It's almost like future FE drivers were like trying to get into F1 and then like sort of found success. Like Sam Bird was a Mercedes reserve driver. Like in case you didn't know. Also the only guy to win a race in every season of Formula E. So that's neat. It's really annoying that I can't do this car justice, because it is quicker than anything else here. Doesn't help that my controller's acting up, not letting me change. I kind of think I should be to the left here. Oh, no, everyone else has had the same idea. And I'm not getting in quickly enough. Cool. Turvey was in it as well. Oh, cool. Turvey, the car, the best driver in the worst car. Why did it go into third? Oh god, my R2 button sticking. That's problematic. That's really annoying too, because I've got a perfect start. Okay, I think I'm getting quickly enough. Yeah, there we go, cool. 206 miles an hour, 207. In F1 2013, Nicholas Prost was in it. Ah, cool. .206, 106, yeah. Probably the only time a 106 has ever gone over 200 miles an hour. And I think with less power than a Ferrari F40. So that's fun. By the way, if I just like sort of suddenly stop talking for a while and just like sort of you hear noises of me running, that's probably because I'm like trying to throw up in a toilet and not over my floor. Because I am feeling like slightly sort of sicky, I guess. Racing Street Unleashed. Big brake kit's gone wild. Okay. Widescreen edition. Neat. Could the 106 do 106 miles per hour, let alone kilometers per hour? Barely. Also, I think you did that backwards. Could it even do 106 kilometers an hour, let alone miles? Would make more sense, because, never mind. It's fine. But yeah, no, 106 could do about 100 probably in like its top spec. I don't know, probably about 120. To be honest, because they were like, yeah, well, they were good, like sort of 80, yeah, like 120 horsepower GTI. So I don't know. Miles is more. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Could it even do 106 kilometers, which is less, let alone miles, which would be a larger one? Like you're saying, there's. Forget about miles. Could it even do it in kilometers, which is a smaller value? The only thing I remember about Nico Prost was that crash in the first FE race. Oh, that was him. I know it was Heidfeld, but I didn't know who else it was. Go. You know, this time I've been playing, and I'm not one time have I tried to run over that woman starting the race. Just like so. I'm surprised I haven't tried it yet. Just like sort of pull out on the start line. Oh god, the GTR with the square tail lights looks so weird. Yeah. Nigel. Oh, I'm up against Mansell. Oh no, also this is 4 laps. Seems to be like a decently short lap at least. It's probably going to be about a minute. Yeah, 55 seconds. 52 seconds. Cool. I guessed the time before I even crossed the line. Admittedly, like, it was 51 seconds when I guessed, but still. You can, like, predict the future. She's not solid, but it's fun to try. Well, I'm kind of glad she's not solid, because that'd be a bit awkward. You come off the start line, you just sort of go to a standstill immediately. That'd be quite annoying, to be honest. A bit more nitrous. And turn. Inside and outside and whatever side. Yeah, I wonder if I'm getting a clean sector bonus there. Oops. Go. Just use a bit of nitro coming out there. And 160 going into 6th gear. 170. Yeah, 180 coming into this turn. Neat. The fastest 106 in the world. Probably, I don't know. Well, yeah, definitely. I wonder how many people like played through this game with the 106. I feel like it'd be quite popular as a starter car in Europe, at least. Because, like, I don't know. So the people that are into hot hatches and stuff would probably pick this. Cool, 180 just as I'm coming out onto the straight. 190. Are we going to hit 200 before we get to the turn? No. I have no idea if it's quicker to walk right there, but I don't know. Felt it. Oh no. Another championship. I don't know why I'm surprised at this point. To know you could keep it to the end. To know you could keep what to the end? Oh right, the 106. Oh, yeah. Just phased straight through me. Yeah, no, at no point in the game does it force you to swap cars, and apparently the starter cars, well, the 240 is supposedly the best drag car, and the Corolla even is supposedly the best track car, race car. That's the one. Yeah, well, like, at no point do they make you change car. I remember in my first playthrough, I think I tried changing cars, whatever, and ended up spending quite a lot of money just trying to compare stats and things. And sort of figuring out that you actually need to buy old stages and stuff like that to get the highest possible stats. Because there's like some parts in the older stages that not stages, like the sort of parts levels, then whatever. Like the Stage 1 engine upgrades, for example, has some parts that don't get overwritten by Stage 2 stuff. So, yeah. Oh, I should probably pay attention. Heidfeld beat Kimi when they were teammates in Sauber in 2001. Yeah, but Kimi was like brand new to Formula One, whereas Heidfeld had been around for a while, I assume. I don't know, has he? Was he at the time? I don't know. But like Kimi was like the hot new thing. It was like, I don't know, Charles Leclerc or whatever of his time. Yeah, use a bit of nitrous. I'm probably just using nitrous there on the final lap. Track turning. Well done me. I was going to go for a wall ride, but then I sort of realised the track was kind of curving away from me anyway, so it didn't make a difference. Matteo, I'm racing against. Neat, lead lap. Yeah, should I try and use it on that straight and hopefully keep the nitrous on around that curve? I'm not sure it's going to be too sharp. I should have been paying attention. Oh well, we'll see. Yep, I couldn't see where the turn was. And yeah, it's fine. Heidfeld has only been around since 2000. First year was at Prost. 2001 was his first year in a good car. Okay. Heidfeld should have gone the Mercedes drive. Changed my mind. I don't know why I just give like elevator music in loading screens now, but it's fine. Okay, so that's hopefully all the URLs on the map for the time being, so we can now just like break it up with some proper races. Or I hope at least. Oh yeah, and we've got like 150k. But no, I wasn't paying attention. What? That's the right menu. That was 4 out of 9 URL wins. Wait, did one of those not count? I swear we just did 4 there. And we had 1 at the start of this. Oh, I don't know. Right, drag. Heidfeld shouldn't have been fired by Lotus mid-season in 2011. Yeah, probably not. So I like it when Daniel's on the stream, because he just like, you just tell me like, I don't know why I went with the third person there, but just like sort of explain to the audience why I like you around. No, but it's good because you just like talk about F1 stuff that most people have never even considered, but you're like really into the sort of driver management side of things. Oh, I should have looked ahead. Because it's super interesting, because what I've noticed about F1 is that everyone has like their own thing they care about. Like for me, it's entirely the car technology and stuff like that. And like, for a lot of people, it's the drivers, whether just like, you know, their characters, or their, or, you know, like the teams they go with, things like that. I don't know, you get the people that support teams as well. 211 across the line. Nice. Bruno Senna scored 2 points in the entire second half of the season. Is that like same as Grosjean or something last year? I mean, I know Haas had a disaster, but yeah. Actually, did any Haas like score any points in the second half of the season in 2019? Or what about Williams? Yeah, this George Russell guy's crash. snapping noises? I really wish they got like different things for the loading screen. Yeah, no URLs at the moment. We'll do the special events because I just want to get those out of the way. Whoa, we're halfway there. No. Yeah, what 5 URLs to do, which actually multiplies to 15 events because we get 3 each in each event. So that's going to be fun. You know, Frenton's last F1 podium wasn't at Jordan. What was it? Where did he go? I genuinely don't know what teams he was in, because what, he was at Williams and then like Frenton is this guy who like I hear a bit about because apparently he was a good driver, but I guess he just never got a good seat. Which is weird because he sounds like, because from the stuff I've heard about him, he seemed like quite good, but just like he just sort of disappeared. So it was with Sauber in 2003. I didn't realise Sauber had like any actual wins. Like I know there was the whole like sort of podiums and stuff like that. Like I know there was the whole Robert Kubica thing in the BMW Sauber, but like actual Sauber, I guess. I don't like saying that because I still think their wins is BMW Sauber and just them we're still Sauber, just with a sponsor. Yeah, accept. Cool. Well, where is it? Okay. Yeah, that's easy. It's easy if I pay attention to the way I'm supposed to go. At the 2003 US Grand Prix. Neat. Right. Right. Let's... I don't know. Oops. That's a mistake. Yeah, no, words. I don't know. 46 drivers raced in the 1994 season. Yeah, I remember seeing a breakdown of it on Reddit. Someone did a post about it. Because, I mean, what, you had things like Nigel Mansell going back and forth between his kart races and whatever. So, you had drivers filling in for him, and, I mean, obviously the tragedies. I don't know where to go from there, to be honest. It's like sort of... Yeah, 1994 was just generally quite a cursed year. I made it onto the cover of a magazine, woohoo! How fast is fast? The perfect shift, myth or reality? What? Lotus had 6 drivers in 1994, that's crazy. Trying to think of well, was 94 there last season, or was 96? I can't remember. I know that like Lotus died at some point during the during that time, but like I can't quite remember when. It was some point mid-90s, I think. Why is it directing me? Oh, it's probably just going shortest route rather than like... Yeah, it's going to take me right here. Yeah, even though it would be a bit easier to go that way since it'd be more flowing and you've got to slow down for the roundabout anyway.
It's a bunch of newbies with more bank than brains. Should be easy pickings. If you're near,
Yeah, I kind of wish the arrow was a bit more sort of dramatic with the way that it points. Okay, good. Let's just take a photo thing. Oh, and I missed it. I can now take a photo. You know, usually they like put you in like really picturesque places, and just here, not really. Oh, actually, can I? Yes. Perfect. Uber size me. European tuned machine eats up asphalt. Cool. The straight from the streets. I can read. It's fine. Lotus became Benetton. Yeah, no, Lotus just died. Well, no, right, technically, because the Lotus team that became Caterham actually bought that old Lotus F1 name, which is how they could go about it, whereas the, like, actually successful Lotus team that was spawned from Renault was just the car manufacturer sponsoring it, from what I understand. Which is, you know, a bit weird, but yeah. Yeah, Tolman became Benetton. Yeah, but it was something really weird with like what was going on that year. Also, oh, both of these. Of course they are. Airport. Okay. Probably shouldn't have gone right here, but it's fine. Where would be the best way? I suppose going left. Um, 2011, you had Lotus, Renault, and Team Lotus. Yeah, I think Team Lotus was actually using, like, they actually bought the name from the original Lotus team that died in the 90s, whereas, yeah, Lotus Renault was just Lotus, the car manufacturer, nowadays sponsoring it. I think, at least. Maybe it was the other way around. No, I think it was that way. But yeah, no, it was, well, that was just odd, to be honest. I'm amazed they got away with having two different, like, near identical team names. Also, I'm totally on the wrong level, aren't I? Oh, no. Cool, I made it onto the cover of a magazine. Team Lotus became Caterham. Yeah, they did. GTI magazine, manufacturer shootout, gold issue, 200 pages. The sticky stuff. What rubbers keep... No. No. They bring the toys we try... No. Let's not. Right, yeah, there. Cool, let's go. I have 152,000. Nice. I'm going to use literally none of that because there's nothing to spend money on now. I wonder what, like, the minimum amount of money you can spend to beat this game is. Like, You'd probably have to avoid all the drag events because they rely purely on car performance. But I reckon if you played on easy mode, you could probably go for quite a lot of the game without, like, barely upgrading your car. Because, like, I mean, we've seen the way that I've been walking the opponents and things like that. Oh, okay, it's fine, I can go this way. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. Let's see, I wonder if the AI, like, scaled your car performance as well. So, like, maybe you can get away with, running less. Also, I don't know why it's telling me to go back. I'm literally heading towards the marker. The game is a little confused. Oh, 2 minutes 50, so it's going to be... Oh, okay, that's alright. Get onto the highway. Get your motors running. And we'll head out on the highway. Looking for adventure and whatever comes our way. The game scales difficulty based on how great your car. But so it's going to be really slow, but you can beat stock. Oh, interesting. So, I mean, I suppose then the question is how much of this game can you beat without spending any money? Because I assume like the magazine stuff is going to be out of the question aside from unique parts. You could probably find a way to glitch your way through the outrun events and get all the unique parts that way. So your car wouldn't be totally stock. But I wonder actually playing totally stock would, like, the parts you get change. Yeah, I suppose actually now talking to the speedrunner guy, he said outright car performance matters more than just suspension tuning and stuff, so I doubt it. Yeah, we'll go right here and onto the highway. Taking a left again. Doing time trials is going to be hard. Yeah, potentially. But drag is easy for time shifts, right? I suppose, yeah, no, I've got no skill in doing that, but, yeah, I suppose then, yeah, if it does scale, that makes sense. To be honest, yeah, my dodgy shifting is probably the only reason why. I'm struggling with drag sometimes. And why I walk it quite a lot of the time. I mean, it's not exactly like the, oh, that's quite a cool camera angle. Sure. Monstrous. Passion? Is that what that says? No, it ends in a T. Does it say pastry? At the bottom there, it's in such low resolution and the orange and compression and everything means it's impossible to read. Pasty, I think it says. I think that's a Y, yeah. Pasty. Top details of the stars share their dirty detailing secrets. Street Cars Fest Magazine 05. Oh, again, I look into the future here. How many have we got to do? We've done all the DVD stuff. URL event wins. And we've just got general events. So, I don't know, yeah, I suppose we've just got to wait now. I really hope we don't have to do every single event and we don't have to, like, cross the map again. Hopefully not. Circuit or street cross. I guess we'll do the circuit first because they're a bit longer and more boring. But I think I've actually done a circuit event around this area. Which is a shame because the shortcut on this track, or just in this area, is kind of fun. The entire tuning subculture died by 2008, which, I don't know, there's a part of me that sort of likes this style, or I like the sort of completeness of it. Like these days now, you know, it's just sort of, you stick some wheels on or whatever and lower the suspension and that's just sort of a build. I kind of like this time because people were doing paint jobs and everything, and I mean sure you kind of get that with wraps and things, and maybe I am just sort of generalising a bit, but like people were doing body kits and all that sort of thing. I am probably just like looking back with rose tinted glasses because this doesn't look good as a style, but I kind of like the uniqueness of it, I guess. You know, I don't know, we laugh at it now, but there was a time where this was at least cool. Maybe not to everyone, but it was still something. I don't know. Again, this is probably just like rose tinted glasses, just like, oh yeah, no, it was so much better in the good old days. Which I've noticed I've been doing a lot more recently, and I don't like it, but yeah. I don't know, I guess I'm turning into a boomer. Which, yeah, no bueno, please. No bueno, please? Yes. No good, please. Oh. Can I spin out the Impreza? What is this place, by the way? Is this like a botanical garden or something? Or just like a... just like a place to drive straight through it? I don't know. Also, I find like the entire idea of shortcuts in a racing game like this kind of laughable. Like, you know, the cutting through the garden there, for example, or the greenhouse, or whatever it is. Just because, like, you know, if a shortcut's available, why wouldn't you just take it? Wouldn't that just become the default route? Because it's shorter. Oh. I missed that shortcut there, but it's fine. No, I just sort of find it interesting. It kind of reminds me of in the Death Race movie, where they're like going around the prison and they're like, oh no, the other person took a shortcut or whatever. And it's like, why didn't you just go that route? It's weird. I don't get it really, but I don't know. But at least in like games like Mario Kart or whatever, the shortcuts usually require like a boost, or they're kind of precise, so it's sometimes better to just not bother with them. Because unless you get it right, you're just going to make a mistake. But in a lot of these, it is just outright quicker to take the shortcut no matter what. Oops. Double oops. Watched someone do a Minardi playthrough on GP World. Apparently you're supposed to sell 49% of your team just to survive. Huh, interesting, although that would explain it. Because, like, I mean, you can kind of get through it if you get lucky. But like you've literally just got to like set your drivers to go as slowly as possible. And like you literally just, your goal is to pass the 107% rule, but like just by the bare minimum, and then finish the races. Because you just don't have the money or the workforce for spare parts. Cool. I am WinRAR. 2020 also bad. These past 5 years have been terrible, let's be honest. In general, or in the tuning culture? I mean, I don't know. Also, you literally don't spend any money at all. But yeah, no, the tuning company, the tuning stuff, I don't know. I kind of like the sort of comeback with body kits in terms of like Rocket Money and stuff, but it's like there's two companies doing it, Liberty Walk and Rocket Bunny. They're like the big names. And yeah, I don't know, there's almost like sort of... That's it now. There's no like sort of variety or whatever, and it's all Yeah, I don't know. Eh. I don't know, I'm sure if you look you can find like some cheaper stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Also, sorry, I'm not trying to burp on purpose or whatever. It's sort of just like it. I'm not one of those people that can make themselves burp, so if it happens, it just like comes out randomly. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Well, not weird, but it's just sort of a thing. And I don't know. I am feeling a bit sick. We're going to try and finish this game tonight. I don't know. We'll mess around with body kits and stuff like that. And it should be fun. And after that, I'm kind of thinking of streaming Road Trip Adventure, because that should be fun, and I barely remember the game. So, I don't know. It might just be a game that I barely remember, and lots of people... well, not a lot of people watching it because they don't care about the game, or watching a very confused person try and play it. But, yeah, I mean, my goal is going to be to try and 100% that, since I have a vague idea of what to do. And yeah. Fun fact, Arrows used 1-year-old Arrows engines in 2001. Sauber did the same in 2017 with Ferrari engines. Obviously not Peugeot engines, but yeah. Wait, was Peugeot still like making engines in 2000? You're rich with no skills, don't think of it. Don't think about those details. Yeah. Yeah. And cool, cross the line. Dun 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 dun. Cool, finish the coffee now, which definitely is going to help me. Arrows designed their 2002 car for Jos Verstappen, but they fired him a couple weeks before the season started. Good strategy right there. Fire Jos the boss. Oh good, another URL event. I'll go and do the street cross in Beacon Hill, and then we'll head down and do that URL. And that'll be good, hopefully. Oops, that was a truck. It worked so well I died mid-season. Brilliant strategy. Where's the... Okay.
Yo, dude, got any details on the rumors of racing in the Cole Harbor West
Go.
area? I hear it's a bunch of newbies with more bank than brains.
Turn to the left. Oh, it's over there, isn't it?
Let me know. Thanks.
I feel like I should change the roof scoops as well. Oh, we'll go and do this. I wouldn't mind looking inside the body shop actually at some of the carbon fibre. You get expensive parts and you buy those parts out of brand prestige. Well, there's evidence of that being true in 2002. Like brands have represented juice. There's a lot more doing world, I think. Well, I'm not sure if it's just like sort of... You know what I think it is? It's because Japan has like the biggest aftermarket sort of scene in the world. And let's face it, a lot of the tuner cars were from Japan. yeah, a lot of tuna cars were from Japan, but now Japan's not making any sports cars anymore, really. I mean, what have you got really? Well, I suppose the Supra and stuff's coming back, but like in practice, the Evos have died. But now you've got the Civic Type R, the GTR, and kind of the NSX, but the NSX... I don't know, that was never really a tuner car even back then. It didn't have too many kits or anything, I don't think. Like, you get a couple of, like, racing kits and whatever. But, like, versus now, there's almost nothing in... there was loads of Japanese sports cars. So, you know, people want to tune them or whatever, and people making kits for it in Japan. And that sort of spread, but then... I don't know, that sort of mentality died. So... yeah. I don't know, that's my theory at least. It's like it's all Japan's fault for not making more sports cars. Toyota spent an entire year testing but ended up getting beaten by Minardi in their first year. Toyota, it's incredible how badly they did, because apparently they had like a budget comparable to Mercedes these days. I assume like inflation included or whatever. But like they were spending loads of money and they just never won anything. I heard it's entirely because of their management style. Like they were sort of racing by committee, and they sort of have to have like a vote and things like that for things to go through. 14 podiums with a Mercedes style budget. Kind of incredible, but yeah, no, I don't know. It's sort of, again, like I haven't really looked at like tuning stuff other than like sort of idly with, you know, the Rocket Bunny Liberty Walk kits or whatever, but I haven't seen anything else. But yeah, I don't know. Glock got a podium. I like how quickly I'm switching between these two topics. You know, car tuning and then F1. All cool. Right, let's go to that URL at the airport. I mean, most of the events are down there anyway, so it makes sense. Glock got 3 podiums. Huh. Neat. Good for him, etc. Yeah, okay, this was the right way. Oh, there's a special event down there, but I don't need to go to it. So, that's fine. I've missed the turning again and again. I keep missing that. Like, every single time. Well, bounce off there. And nitrous all the way. I've just realised, if you're on the right side there, how do you... Oh right, there's a turning there, that makes sense. Good. Podium at 2008 Hungary, 2009 Malaysia and Singapore. Neat. Coolio. And spray show, go. Wow, for once I'm not just like totally destroyed off the line. Yeah, take that, Sentra. Whatever it is. And just kill everything there to get past. As you do. Oh. I looked away for a moment and the Sleeker went back past me. Neat. Well, no, not neat. I don't want to get past. But, I don't know. I suppose actually some, like, battle wouldn't hurt. Podium at Singapore would be the last race for... his last race for Toyota. As he get injured in qualifying in Japan and miss the rest of the season. Huh. Shame. Oh no, I'm 6th. Whatever shall I do? I know, pass everyone in the next turn. Okay, I lied, it wasn't everyone. I'm only 4th. Right, come on. Gonna spin the Mazda 8. Maybe. Oh, it's this chicaney bit. I don't like that chicane. It does nothing. It reminds me a bit of the Singapore Sling, actually. Which, again, is like one of those pieces of track that I don't really get why people like. Because all it is just like a one-car wide section. How neat that your late game you still see Foci and Sentras instead of Lamborghinis and Ferraris. There's no Lamborghinis and Ferraris in the game, mate. There's like... it's a bit of a problem if you're seeing those. But yeah, I mean, well, that's just part of it, isn't it? It's like you can beat the car with it. Well, actually, the Sentra's sort of a mid-game car anyway, with when it unlocks. But yeah, no, to be honest, I have no issue with modern Need for Speed games and the supercar stuff. It makes sense, why wouldn't you? Like, you know, there's a bunch of cool cars. Might as well use them. I kind of think modified supercars are cool. I don't know. Just the idea. I just think they're neat. But yeah, no, I like variety. But the issue is games with variety either sort of give you no reason to upgrade, like this. There's literally no point to swap cars at any point in the run. And, or you get the opposite, where you just sort of forced to keep changing cars or whatever, and then you never really get attached to it, because you're always just looking for the next thing to go to. Or, you know, you're just sort of forced to upgrade. I don't know. I don't know, it's sort of a bit difficult to do, I guess. I'm not sure if it actually is, but I don't know, I kind of like getting attached to cars in games. I like using them as much as possible. I don't know. I find that sort of stuff fun. 202, I should really extend the gearing on this. Because, you know, 202 definitely isn't, like, fast enough for a Peugeot 106. Cool. Leo. Dun 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 dun. Through the chicane. Banks off the walls. And across the line. I kind of hated supercars when they were Most Wanted 05 too. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just hate Most Wanted 05 as a game, but that's for a variety of reasons. I don't hate the supercars in it, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's still got a balance of cars, and I don't think there being supercars in the game really takes away anything. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got 150k by the end of this game. You sort of a bit weird to still be driving around in a base model, well, not base model Peugeot, but like a, you know, a low spec, cheap European hatchback rather than some sort of Italian supercar, you know? Like, what's the point of a car you can't do anything with that beats anything that you can get attached to? Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. Didn't all the supercars and Most Wanted have body kits, though? And like everything, I'm pretty sure they all still like a full range of customization. I don't know. Again, I never really played Most Wanted because I hated all the like pre-selected body kits and things like that. I don't know. It's just like after all the stuff that you could do in Underground, it was all just taken away in Most Wanted. No like sort of interior sound, like sound systems and you know crazy sort of body kits. Like I don't know. I kind of like things like the magazine shoots and everything and the little bonuses. No customization until Carbon. Carbon was just wheels. Oh, okay. That's actually a shame then. I didn't realise that, but there you go then. That's interesting now. Toyota's 2010 car apparently had a triple diffuser and an F-duct. Interesting. I was about to say, I wonder if you could just do an F-duct on a real car, like how easy it'd be to do, but at that point why not just have movable aero? Like the only reason the F-duct existed was to get around the no moving aero stuff. Just imagine every supercar in NFS being Ferrari. Ah, okay. Yeah, do not touch your car. To be fair, I mean, Ferrari isn't quite as bad as everyone seems to make them out to be. The whole Dead Mouse thing with the Ferrari was mostly because he changed the badge that said Ferrari with Ferrari, but used their font, which was like a copyright thing. And yeah, copyright's sort of a weird thing to deal with. So I don't know. I get why Ferrari did it, especially as I'm pretty sure you like sign a contract when you buy a Ferrari saying exactly that, but like you won't change it, but yeah. But yeah, no, that's sort of... I think like Need for Speed Heat or whatever has some decent supercar customization. There's some alright stuff there, I think. I don't know, I used like the... Well, I had an M3. Yeah, I started with the E30 M3, which, you know, one crazy starter car to have. Like, you know, considering that's like, what, worth 100k or something, 200k these days? And they're just like, yeah, no, sure, I had this lying around. Why not have it for free? But, yeah. That's fun. Then I went to an R34 the moment I could afford it and just never looked back from there. Because I'm fanboy. Stefan GP team tried to use the 2010 Toyotas. Oh, okay, that was what they were planning on using. That makes sense. The FIA didn't allow them to use it, which I kind of get because it wasn't a car they designed themselves, and that's sort of a slippery slope from there. Like, what do you do? But yeah, that's kind of why I like Ghost visual customization more, because there are body kits for it. I mean, like the whole body kit thing can sort of be fixed just by, you know, just custom modelling stuff, which I get why you don't do a lot of the time, but like, the body kits in this game are quite basic when you actually break it down. Like, a lot of them are just like sort of cutouts in a bumper with some chicken mesh or whatever. There aren't too many that are actually detailed, if that makes sense. Well, don't get me wrong, it's still like a lot of time to sculpt it, and I get with like a more modern game you'd spend even more time. But yeah, in exchange you get nothing for anything except Lamborghinis. Oh, I should probably look just a little bit. Oh, especially because of the final lap. Go. We're gonna... Oh, cool. Empty the tank just as I cross the line. Efficiency. 50 teams tried to enter F1 in 2010. Cool, that's over. Like I said, I wouldn't mind just sort of, yeah, but it's 2004. Hyperpolays are hard on PS2 hardware. Anything is hard on PS2 hardware, as it turns out. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm just saying, like, sort of, you know, they don't have to make bumpers for like a modern Need for Speed game ultra detailed or anything. But I guess the issue is like actually, you know, modelling them to a high standard. Back then, that wasn't quite the standard. For graphics and for smoothness that we have now. Right, where do we go from here? Bunch of circuit events. Four more URLs, and actually I wasn't paying attention. How many more races? 15. Excellent. Is that every event that we've got left, actually? Am I going to have to go back up the map anyway to do that drift event? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I am. Unless hidden events count, which they might do. If that's the case, I can save a bit. Unless, of course, that's just like 100% the area and not like to actually get to the end of the game. I'm not sure. Turning right here? Yes. Cool. One of them was my F1Dream.com team, which was supposed to be a crowdfunded F1 team. It ended up as well as you'd expect. Could you imagine that? That'd be awful. It's like a thing. Like, because you think about the price of, like, the cost of running an F1 team. I mean, you don't really get anything back out of it. It's just you putting money in. You'd have to put a fair amount in. But they'd need to get, like, an awful lot of people. So, yeah, just I think for, like, an F1 type budget, that my F1 Dream Team, or whatever it was called. Yeah, my F1Dream.com team. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think the idea would really work. Maybe with the budget, or with the budget cap, that's the word, almost. Budget caps, yes, maybe then it'd be viable. But to be honest, I'd kind of be surprised if even then it'd be even remotely possible. Flying like an eagle, piloting a blimp. Oh, we can't take that shortcut, but it's marked on the map anyway. Neat. Donate 10 grand and you get to decide what engine. Only 10 grand? That's a steal. Like, considering Brawn GP's Mercedes engine deal was like 8 million, I think. If I remember correctly. Like, 10 grand to decide what engine. That's a steal. Like, yeah. Yeah, how would that even work? I mean, well, when it says crowdfunded, I assume that's literally, yes, you give the money, but you have absolutely no say. It's like being an investor, but with less control, I guess. Which is a really clever way of going about it, really. It's like you're selling shares without selling shares. But, yeah. I don't know, maybe me and you should try and do that. We'll, honestly, with the way this season's going, and a couple teams might be dying out completely, the FIA may be on board with our genius ideas. You go and talk to Renault, because I bet they're secretly desperate for customer teams now. And, they can, for once in their life, be the fastest Renault powered car on track. Because yeah, no, when was the last time the Renault factory team was the fastest car with a Renault engine? Like 2007 maybe? Because since then you had Red Bull, now these days McLaren. So can't do that. It's a shame because it's like the track flows really well to do that, and then you've just got to like pull off to the left. ProDrive was going to enter F1 with a 2007 McLaren until Williams complained. I'm surprised Williams was the team that complained about that, not like, you know, Ferrari or whatever. But isn't that like exactly how Red Bull operated basically? Because they, or how Toro Rosso operated back then. Because they, what was it? They had like Red Bull Advanced Technologies or whatever, who made the designs and then sold it to both Red Bull and Toro Rosso. We should totally start a crowd-funded F1 team. I know it'd be great. Yeah, I'll do the aerodynamics. You can like pick the drivers, call up Hidefield and Glock or whatever. I don't know. I doubt they're doing much. You want to drive an F1 car? Yeah, cool. It's crowd-funded. You'll look terrible, but you'll get to drive an F1 car that may lap slower than an F3 car. But you know, yeah, it'd be quality. We could use the pink show as inspiration and have like a gap in the rear wing. That'd be great. Actually, we just show up with a for like the pre-season testing and stuff, or like the renders. You know, for the car launches, we just show up with something that just doesn't look like an F1 car at all. Like it's just got like all these crazy ideas and just like totally confuse all the journalists. Like we've just got like a gap going through like the nose or whatever. Or like the car just obviously, no, we just show up with a car with covered wheels. Just use like an LMP2 car for the livery launch. That'd be quality. Oops. It's fine. I use a Discord server for the team, and if you donate enough you can join it. Perfect. Yeah, if you donate 100 grand you get to pick the team name. Yeah, that'll be how it works. This is a genius plan. I mean, just by coming up with this plan, I say we're qualified enough to run an F1 team. We've been going for almost 2 hours now, and we're still miles away from the end game. I forgot how slow stage 5 was. Oh, I wanted to race some cars. Right. What do we have? No URL, but like a circuit event right next to us, so I guess we'll go there. Guess there's going to be number 8. Oh, probably. I don't know at this rate. Maybe. Oops. I'm paying attention. Well, I don't know. We can figure it out, because if I go to the right menu, we've got to do 15 more races, which potentially I could get done within the hour. I mean, within like an hour or so. Donate 100k and you can be the real life tyre changer. Perfect. Yeah, well, like, hey, do you want to work on an F1 pit team? We just offer people jobs. And make them pay for it. Oh, that's genius. I like that. Cool. In the lead. I am Winra. Right. Right, what I'll do, I think, is I'll play until another URL event shows up. I'll complete that URL event, and then I'll save, and we'll go and just do the customization thing, and like, we'll come back tomorrow in number 8 and finish this off, I think. Because I kind of just want to mess around in the car customization thing, but at the same time I do want to beat this game. And like, it's obvious we're not going to complete it tonight, so why not just have some fun with it. I've come from totally the wrong angle. I need to go to the right through the warehouse, because that sets you up better for here. And then I want to go to the left. No, make the turn. I missed it. Nice. Everyone else is going to take that shortcut. Saying shortcut, actually, it's a jump heading straight at a wall. Yeah. We use Discord voice chats. Just have, like... No, you do Twitter polls for the choices. Tell people to retweet. Just out there, like, sending everyone who's donated a, just out there, like, sending everyone who's donated a, Google form. Oh neat, there was a shortcut there. I wasn't even really paying attention. I just sort of, this is where the road's going, I guess. And I managed to cut a bit off. That's fun. Give every donator a keychain with the cart. That sounds expensive. What I think we should do is everyone who donates gets an opportunity to learn a bit of 3D modelling skills, and gets to create and then manufacture their own thing, and that helps give them skills for working in F1. And I mean, obviously they'll have to fund creating their own keychain, but we're providing the opportunity here by telling them they're allowed to then. Oh, that's what we do then, and if people don't donate, we and try and make their own keychain, we sue them for copyright, and that's how we make even more money. No, you've got to pay to vote. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. I can. Yeah, so the Twitter idea isn't going to work then. Donate $1 million and we'll name the team in your honour. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not $1 million, like 10 million. Be great though if midway through the season it's like somebody donates like enough to change the team name, and then we're just like, oh god, we've got to change the name, and then like we also, wow, I messed up taking that shortcut. Oh no, I missed it again. Yeah, we've got to change the team name, and then we have like a Force India to Racing Point moment and just lose all our points. That feels like the sort of thing we'd do. Right. Turning left. Turning left. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Use a bit of nitro. Dun. I don't know what I think of Indiana Jones while doing this. I missed the shortcut. Nice. I like how I took it without even paying attention, but I was looking this time and I missed it. Can't wait for the team to be called Yeetus Momitas. I was you know, in the in like the thing where they got Lando to race against random people, and he was just like racing it. So when you had Jack Nichols just saying it with complete sincerity, like just totally seriously saying, "Oh no, Yeetus Momitas has taken out Lando Norris." Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, I'll save nitrous for that long straight. Right, this time let's try and take all the shortcuts properly. I've already missed a shortcut, but it's okay because it's a cool drift. It feels like you should be able to like cut across the front of that building. Like, it's just open enough for you to see through, but then there's just like no wall. And you die like I did there. Out of the way, van. Yeah, well, they took that a bit cleaner than me. Still leading by 0.1 of a second. Oops. Yeah, I didn't know which way I was going, so I missed the shortcut again. Meanwhile, another person took it. Thanks, Focus. You only focused on taking me out. Right, I'm doing a Jimmy Broadbent first to last challenge in Need for Speed Underground 2 on the final lap. Right, yeah, make sure I take the shortcut this time. Boogity boogity boogie, let's go racing. Right, so I've got to make up 5 seconds in half a lap on a... I wasn't actually paying attention to lap length, but like... I haven't got much time, I feel like is the gist of it. Past the Focus. Is there even traffic in this way? Oh yeah, there is, because I got like stuck behind a van. Out of the way, 200 mile an hour Peugeot coming through. Yeah, there's traffic. Cool, so now I'm like 4 seconds in the lead. 3. Yeah, this game isn't really a racing game as much as just sort of rubber band simulator. Rubber band man. Da, 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 da. Every time you donate 1,000, you get 1 vote in a poll for important decisions. What engine are we using, boys? Be great now. We're picking like a HQ location where we're dropping, boys. If you donate 20 million, you get to decide where the team HQ is. Perfect. What you do, if you donate like 10 grand, you then get to be in a karting race. Well, I suppose you need a super license actually. So I don't know, we'll talk nicely to like one of the bad F2 teams. And like, as long as their driver has a super license somehow. Maybe we'll get like one of those super formula drivers that can't speak English, and then like just use them. Because they won't know what's going on, but they see F1 and they're like, yeah, okay. And they'll be our drivers. Because like Super Formula gives you super license points, as does NASCAR actually. I wonder if Jeff Gordon has enough super license points, because like, you know, he understands the difference between NASCAR and Formula 1. So I think he'd be very qualified. What we do is we get lots of people who donated in the Discord voice chat. Okay. Yeah, I like this plan. And then what, though? Right, let's go. You're home. Just get passed by everything. Oh, and tell them to all spam companies with emails telling them to sponsor us. Yeah, ours will just, you know how like NASCARs have like loads of little sponsors all over them. That's what we'll look like. We'll be like McLaren but extreme. Oh no, you know how Red Bull did that like Wins for Life or something sponsorship where they got a bunch of people to take a photo of themselves and they created a livery out of it? We'll do that with sponsors. Oh no, like the $1 million website where they like sold a pixel for $1 or something as advertising space. So it was like you could buy like 400 pixels or something and get a and like just put an advert there in that sort of space. And then like yeah, that'd be cool, but we do that with the car, like we just sell it in millimeters or something. Yeah, it's genius. We'll like sell sponsorship that way. Oh, what we could also do is we're making other people sponsors. We can sell like the way the sponsor's made up. We can make that of like little pictures of other sponsors. So like you can either be a sponsor in the correct colours or you can be a sponsor in someone else's colours, but you get to have space on the car. Even if you're like barely visible and tiny. Actually, my head's hurting just trying to think about how that actually works, but it's fine. We get some of the guys to design the livery. Yeah, well, we'll have like a competition or something. And I don't know. Should be good. Yeah, I know, it's genius, right? We're going to have the greatest F1 team of all time. Donate 100k to enter the competition. What, and we only ask the drunkest of billionaires? Oh, that's perfect actually, yeah. Up the inside. Just crash into the Eclipse, that works too. The UGI Day version of overtaking. Actually, that was when I flipped over like golf or whatever during an outrun event. It was interesting actually. I remember hearing that the I think it was either HRT or the Marussia I was the one that Chandok and Degrassi was driving, which apparently was so slow it didn't actually wear the tyres. Like, it had so little downforce or whatever that it just straight up didn't wear the tyres at all. And they were literally only pitting because they had to. I believe the 2012 HRT was the only time a chassis ever allowed to be re-homologated or something, because it they didn't have a fuel tank big enough, or there was some issue with the fuel tank and like the position of the pump or whatever, where it couldn't actually complete race distance. So that was fun. Donate 5 million and you could design the front wing. Just like, yeah. But if you submit a design that isn't within the rules, you've got to submit another 5 million. Yeah, you've got people crowdfunding their entry into a crowdfunded F1 team. Oh. Well done, AI. Just slam yourself into the wall. I'm against George Russell. This must have been what he was doing in 2004. Actually, it probably was. Yeah, that's Russell. And do the same for the rear wing. Yeah, but the barge boards, we sell the left and right individually. You've got to submit a left and right one individually. Maybe we actually could do the same with the wing end plates as well. I feel like, you know, you could like individually sell each like element of the front wing, and then like the end plate design, individual barge boards. Maybe we could split it up. Well, you know, you could sell like the top parts of it, maybe like the DRS actuation could be its own thing. Actually, question, is there anything in the rules that says you have to have DRS? Or is it just like sort of allowed, but you don't have to have it? I'm kind of curious about that now. Because like, there's a lot of things where I sort of, do you need that, or is that just sort of an advantage to have it? Oh, God, I'm shattered. $15 million will write your name on the side of the car in Comic Sans. Will we? No, right, what you do, you donate 50 million, we write your name on the side of the car. But if you donate another 5 million, you get to pick the font. Otherwise we do it in Webdings. I'll give this a short track and only 3 laps. Yay! Cool. I'm just thinking we try and scam people. I mean, like, get people to be as generous as possible towards our team. You know, in as many ways as possible. Give them the opportunity to help us succeed. Go, go, go. 185 over the jump. Hit the wall. Nailed it. If they don't pay twice, you use Comic Sans. No, you use Webdings, no one can read it. Donate 25 million, you can handle PR. No, I say we just offer that job to Claire Williams. Oh no, actually, what's Paddy Lowe doing these days? Because, like, he can't be up to much, can he? After he slightly drove Williams into the ground. Right, now we're just gonna race stuff, because I'm sort of tired, and yeah, we're 13 events away from the end of the game, including some URLs and stuff. Well, nah, we're just gonna go and customize stuff, so that'll be fun. What do we want to do? We've got all the cars, I assume. Yes, we do. The difference between a Mustang and a GTR. Infiniti, TT, Golf, Supra, Fleeca, the Sentra. We have a tech channel for suggestions on the Discord server. You have to pay 50k to use it. Perfect. I remember the 206 actually having like a decent wide body kit. I mean, like, those are questionable. But like, if you go to the... Wait, why is it locked? Do I only get the wide body kit for the car that... Eh? Game? Look at that. Donate 30 million and you can decide who the reserve driver is. Perfect. Everyone says Taki Inui. What's like the most basic looking kit you can do? I mean, like, let's say that looks almost stock from most angles, and that has apparently a 3.2 star rating. Well, I mean, seeing as we don't have all the wide body kits and stuff, and I thought we would, because I've already got a wide body kit, I guess we'll go back and continue playing the game then. I was looking forward to some relaxing racing, but apparently no, we've got to go and beat the game properly. No. Boring. The Discord voice chat will be used for many important discussion. I think we should set the Discord voice chat to go directly to the drivers during the race. So, like, you know, everyone can be race engineers. Because I think it's important you have a variety of opinions. Oh, just drop the controller, it's fine. I caught it. Ish, kind of. Good enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there. Yeah, well, like 1,000 people, 1,000 minds all working. I was gonna say in harmony. No, to be honest, I think it's a good thing we're using Discord because that's an accurate name for what will be going on. Just complete and utter chaos. Completely organised, no chaos. Oh yeah, of course. No, well, like, people who are paying that much are not insane. I mean, what? Reasonable values, but like, you know, it's a premium to be part of an F1 team. Yeah, like, you know, it's what those other people do. I mean, you know, think about it, you've got pay drivers. Has anyone ever thought about pay other team members? Like pay engineers or whatever. Maybe we should introduce that as an idea. I mean, I don't know, that'd be great. You sponsor the team and you also give us an engineer. I think we should do that, get pay engineers and stuff like that involved. Let's face it, the sky's the limit. No people dream to be in F1 and we're offering a completely reasonable and fair price. I mean, we are. We don't discriminate unless you're poor. Which is more reasonable than most people. Well, actually, we don't discriminate unless you're not giving us money. But yeah, you want to be an F1 engineer? Pay us and you're in. Exactly. See? You get it. Oops. I was a bit slow in turning there. Watch me like still come out ahead. Yeah, wow, that way's just a bit quicker. Yeah, it's genius. Ludo, you're a Mr. Engineer, man. How would you like to be an F1 engineer for our great team? Our grand team, Your Name Here Racing. All we ask is that you supply us with sponsorship and 10 to 15 million a year. We expect 15. And you can be responsible for however much of the F1 car you want to design. Yeah, crowdfunding an entire F1 deal. I mean, look, right. We've already got pay drivers, we might as well just have pay everything. Because, I mean, you know, backing is important for an F1 team. Yeah, you're poor, yeah, but like, I'm sure there's like some French sponsor out there who'd be willing to pay for you. I mean, it'd be great. Just absolutely great. I don't know. What other like fun things can we do? Pay everything is just a natural progression of pay drivers. Exactly. I mean, like, literally everything. You can pay us to use your garage, and then you get the association and the sponsorship of us using your workshops. Yeah, basically think of everything like a works deal, essentially. You give us stuff and you also pay us for sponsorship. And we get the ultimate deal. I mean, like, what we could do is just, like, you know, everything. Just make everything pay. But, like, I don't know. Those, like, old 80s 1.5 litre turbo V6s, they're all making pretty good power and qualifying trims, so like, I don't know, we make it out of like modern stuff. And then like they'll last more than 4 laps, maybe they'll even last a full race distance. Never mind, they probably don't follow any of the other rules, that's like a problem for the engineers to figure out. And they will figure it out. Because they're paying us to. Here's the thing, right, the FIA needs teams, right, so I think they should pay us to enter the sport as well. Because that'd be good, like, sponsorship for them, right, because they're, like, you know, big into, you know, they're big into, like, wanting to encourage new teams and, like, you know, being seen as progressive and everything. So, yeah, FIA should give us money to let us race. No entry fee or anything. Obviously not, because that just wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be progressive. It wouldn't be encouraging new teams to join. Turn. Ta-dun, 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 ta-dun. Oops.
Yeah, two more.
Um. Oh, there's Van. There we go. It's fine. Made it through. Made it out alive. And I've got 3 notifications on Discord, so I'll go and check that after this race. But it's all good. At the end of the season, we disband. Ban the time and PU put the cash in a Discord paradise. Well, no, what we do is we just set up the team in Monaco so we don't have to pay taxes. With maybe like a high interest Swiss bank account or whatever. I don't know. I'm no expert on this stuff. Someone should pay us to do creative accounting. Turns out like we're the poorest team and we're the only one cheating money. Not like all these rich teams that actually have to deal with the money cap. With the budget cap or whatever. Nope, it's the one that can't even meet it who's doing all the weird stuff. Alright. Yes, I'm sure I want to overwrite. You don't need to know about the business stuff, we just need money. Yeah, exactly, we've got a plan, and that plan is to race F1 cars. And F1 cars are cool, and you want to be cool, right? So you should donate money. That's how that works. Right. Let's go. I've been paying attention. Yeah. What we should do actually is we need like a minimum amount donated before you can donate for certain roles on the team, because we need to know you're serious about the team. So you need to like, we have like a 100,000 minimum donation before you can donate further, and like to more specific things. Because I think that way then we really narrow down who's serious about the team and who's just sort of, you know, trying to get into the sport just because. We've got to donate to join, but that like maybe gets you membership, which allows you to donate. So I've just realised this F1 team is just communism, isn't it? Maybe that's it, we can have like a red F1 car with like yellow accents on it. Real hammer time, but we'll have to say like sickle time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you need to donate at least 10% of what you donate. Perfect. That includes the FIA who is donating to us to allow us to race. Go. I've just realised actually we don't even need to like get designers or anything. We'll just like get the finest 4-year-olds from across the country and teach them to trace winning F1 cars. You know, we'll just like you know, we'll just do the Racing Point tactic, but better. Because our car will be red and yellow. Donate enough, you get different roles. Yes. Perfect. Can I get a clean sector? That's going to be my goal now. Ooh. I'm driving really slowly now. Come on. Say clean sector. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I think Martin Brundle is getting bored of commentating now. Because I reckon he could drive a modern F1 car. Oh. How big are these sectors? Actually, I just realised I haven't noticed any split times. Does this track even have sectors? Or can you only get clean laps? That's it, we'll get Karen in Chandok. You can drive one of the cars. Yeah, that'll be awesome. And down here. Yeah, we'll just get all the commentators. I mean, Mark Webber, you know. We'll promise him he can beat Vettel. And he'll just join. Yeah, guys working on aero. Yeah, that's it. We need to split up people. We can't have them knowing what each other are doing. Because otherwise, like, what's the point of donating then if you can just see anything anyway? So we need to definitely, like, split up. I think we should split up the aero team even more. So, like, you know, if you donate to work on the front wing, you can only see the front wing stuff. Because, like, you know, it's more important that we, like, get the money than make sure the aero guys are all working together. Like, it's a bit of a sacrifice to pay, but, you know, money drives everything in F1, so I'm sure that's all we need. Go. Oops. Turn and nitrous to the finish line. Alright, cool. So I've been watching, but WWE has fired up literally everyone. So I'm watching something for updates. Fair enough, I don't blame you. It's more interesting than this. We're just talking about a crowd-funded F1 team. But yeah, hi anyway. The rear wing aero text channel is my personal favourite. Really, I like the left budgeboard area sponsorship channel. That's my favourite. F1 cool, I don't care, later on. Yeah, see ya. Thanks for dropping by anyway. Right. How many more have we got to do? Wrong button, still. Oh neat, 6 out of 9 URLs. Really? We've only got 3 more to do? The right barge board aero team need to work harder. Not as bad as the left side diffuser aero team. What I hate most of all actually is the steering wheel drinks button dispenser team. They've really been slacking. They've literally just been posting Kimi Räikkönen memes in their chat for the last 3 days. I mean, there's 40 people in that channel. That was quick, indeed. Oh, right, turn. Have you seen the rear wing team? Honestly, what are they doing? Blue flags. Yeah, which part of the rear wing aero team though? The top element, the DRS, the bottom element? Or the left end plate or right end plate? Or maybe like one of the strut designers? Because I think we need to split people up as much as possible, because otherwise, you know, they might think they're getting too much for their donations. You know, we want to like increase the value of donations, you know, make people feel like they've really earned the donation. So... Entire steering wheel teams are all posting Kimi memes, yeah. Except for the ones who were deciding where the buttons go, who are all posting Robert Kubica memes. Just to mock him. Oops. Go. Yeah, cool. Oh, there's one team per button on the wheel, yes. But then no, there's a separate team like deciding where they all go. They just get given all the button designs. I have to try and lay them out. Right, two of the drift events around by here, and then... Oh, I really hope we don't have to cross the entire map. Oh, cool, sprint event. I wonder if this counts towards... So we've done 25 out of 35 now. If I do this, does this count towards it? They made the drink button too, but yeah, the steering wheel just has like an awkward bulge on one side whether when the team's made the button too big. Go. Left. Spin. I think we need a team to decide the punishment of drivers if they damage the car. Because, I mean, obviously, we don't want to waste people's money. So, if you donate X amount per month, you can decide what happens to drivers if they waste your money. For just 280,000 a month, you can decide how to punish the drivers for any errors they make. Yeah, it's perfect. Oh, what we could also do is like, for a bit of extra money, we could get Netflix in, and they can like pay us a bit to be able to record whatever they want. It's going to be a good idea. Like, everyone's on Netflix at the moment. And what we could do, actually, is we could also invite Amazon and, like, Hulu and all the other streaming services even get someone to make an anime of it, so we can go on like Crunchyroll, and then like, you know, we can make them all fight to the death for the rights to actually stream it. The team that are organising flights from Monaco to Canada are underperforming. Well, I mean, why even bother flying all the way to Canada? I mean, like, what's the point? Let's just go straight. Netflix pays 40 million just to film a Discord server at work. Yeah, perfect. But yeah, like, we don't even bother showing up to half the races because, like, we voted that we didn't like France or something. Yeah, Australia's only good because it's the season opener. Let's just not bother and like, you know, we see our championship standings near the end and we're just like, Abu Dhabi, do we really want to go there? Okay, good. Hidden events do count. If that's the case, I'm kind of wishing I didn't like skip so many then.
Word on the wire is that there's some action.
Oh hey, another hidden event. France is boring, see you at Austria. Yeah, we skip Monaco as well. Like, we show up, we don't actually do the race. We just like sort of there just to like jump into yachts and things. We go to the British Grand Prix, but we just show up at the Top Gear test track. Go to Cadwell Park because it's the fastest track in the UK. Go. Yeah, no, I think that'd be great actually if we like crowdsourced, like even the which races we go to and all the flight organisation and stuff. I mean, the Rich Energy man, I feel like he'd be decent. Like, show up. We'll get William Story in because he'd be all for this sort of thing, you know. He's got a beard that would make Karl Marx jealous. I'm totally gonna lose this unless I'm like 2 seconds a lap quicker. As it turns out, I'm more than 2 seconds a lap quicker. Or maybe not. Oops. Wait, was this the final lap? Yeah. Oops. We keep getting emails about sponsorship from, I don't know, Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, just at the beginning of it, we just get like, this race brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Go. I've gone to full try-hard mode. Stop talking now. Oh, I was trying to do a sub 18 second lap. That's tragic. Oh no, I've turned in too early. I think I've blown it. Well, that definitely did. Obviously, Rich Energy sponsorship deal. Sponsorship team have at least gotten that. Good. Yep, save successful. I think we should charge. Oh no, you know how Jacques Villeneuve like had copyright for himself, so all the racing games and stuff in the early 2000s had John Newhouse or whatever. That's what we need. We'll like copyright ourselves, but like the FIA won't be happy with all the official games and stuff having like knockoffs of us. So we like literally just create ourselves, or we copyright ourselves, and then like even if like Codemasters tries to get around it, we just like sue them. I mean, all the people that work at Codemasters must be good at designing aero stuff by now. So like, I don't know if we just copyright and then like sue them, and then just take all their like 3D modelers and stuff. Yeah, I'd be genius. Oh, well done me. Drifting a front-wheel drive car. Honestly, I don't know why there aren't more F1 teams, because we've just like figured out how to start an F1 team. And it's like, we've got all the sneaky tactics. It's like, if only Stefan What's-His-Face, when he was trying to start US F1 or whatever, if only he had us, because we would have figured out a way to steal that Toyota and make it work. Oops. I call I'm winning. That's all that matters. Rear suspension, team nearly put the suspension on the car upside down. Yeah, and then it turns out that made the car faster. Now, we're not as bad as McLaren, we're way more professional, that team, with like the fourth highest budget in F1. Way better than them. Oh no, I've been passed by someone. I should actually try. Cool. You had to pay us $2 million to design team merchandise. Perfect. The team dedicated to finding drivers have been underperforming. Yeah, they only found us 2. And they're both driving the car. What's the point of that? We demand more.
Super Street is here and looking for winners. Make sure you nab me.
Right. Okay, another URL. Right. I'm probably just going to do like these. I keep saying that I'll probably just do something and then I don't. But like, I'm probably just going to do this drift and this street cross. And then probably end off the screen. I don't know. I shouldn't say stuff because it all depends on like what I see. They've been screaming for the last 4 days about Pasta and Maldonado and their voice chat. I feel like we need Pasta. No, I think all we need to do is implement the danger car strategy. No, what we need is Jeremy Clarkson's like number 1 and number 2 driver strategy, where they get like you know, someone amazing in car number 1 and car number 2 just has like a complete idiot that whenever he gets lapped just shoots at the other drivers with a BB gun. That'd be amazing. Right, yeah, now I can drive one of the cars. And then, I don't know, we find the Stig. What's Ben Collins doing these days? Like, you know, or whoever they replaced the Stig with, I'm not sure. But yeah, the one guy who suggested Guido was getting thought, no, Guido's the best. Or however you say his name. Guido? Actually, yeah, thinking about it, it's probably Guido. Guido van der Gaard. I assume that's how you say it. Oops. We need him because he's the best Twitter account. Yep, absolutely. Go. Oh yeah, that's the thing, we could get Guido to manage the Twitter account, like all the PR stuff. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll get, like, if we put this on like Kickstarter, we'll put it on every crowdfunding site. And like, I mean, obviously this is only just donate so that you're allowed to donate for the actual specific parts, but yeah, that'll be quality. Also, any more URLs? I can't tell, but I think so. That's a maze of a track. Actually, we can use the abandoned Caterham F1 Team HQ that still exists. Yeah, have you seen pictures from inside of there? Because it is kind of interesting, like people who have like gone in there and taking pictures of the place abandoned. Against the skyline and whatever else. TT and was that Impreza? I think so. Yeah, we're against Marnie, I assume from Pokemon, and Sean from Tokyo Drift. I mean, that's the only explanation I can think of. And then also Steve. I'll assume the Minecraft one. Oops. Around the corner. A lot of vibrations coming from the controller. Just rumbling. I'm coming out to be lapped already. It's only slightly damaged. Yeah, no, I'll just sort of general wear and tear, you know, kind of stuff you'd expect from a building with age. Nothing that, you know, a bit of elbow grease and whatever. Oops. I'm glad that it's raining during this drift event, because it lets me slide just a bit easier. Oops. Again, fine. I'm hoping to have like 300k points by the end of this. Oh. Keep it out the wall. I like donating enough to allow us to use your garage. Yes, exactly. That Impreza is not having a fun time. But I am apparently. I just got like a random snap of oversteer and made like 30k points. Excellent. I'm about to be lapped in a drift event. I've just been lapped. Or not. Just unlap myself. Wait, was I ahead of the GTR then? I must have been. But that's... Huh. That was close. Nice. Scoring well though. We got lots of ideas for people to donate. Yep. Well, that's the thing. They know that we have a plan and it's on this live stream. So, you know. Donate and you can edit out the parts where I called this a scam. Because it's not a scam. I wonder if you can hear the controller too. Because it's going crazy and it is quite loud. I should probably hold it lower. I feel like everyone should be finished, but there's no like end timer for some reason. Oh, there it is. Oh, does it only finish when all 3 cars are done? I thought it was from the moment the first car finished. I mean, if I was actually trying, I could have actually finished this. In fact, I might still be able to. Come on. Woo! Donate 10k and you can see what message that was said in a different text channel. Yeah, you have no control what that text channel is. You don't know, it's just like someone saying like Asterisk there, or something, just correcting their grammar or something. Oh, right then. 3 hours we've been screaming for. 3 hours. Cool. Yeah, okay, so there's only 2 URL events. There's 2 sprint races over there. How many? So I need to do 3 events, or 2 events actually, yeah, and then I've got the URL. You know, actually, yeah. I do agree, Ludo, yeah. I think I will stop streaming now, because it is 11 o'clock, and, well, if I do too much now, there'll be nothing for next time. But yeah, no, it's been fun. Thank you to, well, you and Daniel for filling the chat, and a couple of other people who were here earlier. It's been great, but, yeah, good night. You kids need to go to school tomorrow. Issue with that, but yeah, totally. The School of Creative Scams.